What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music. Since we don't do any sponsorships here on the channel, I'll go ahead and shill that out. It is available anywhere you stream music, so check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. All right, guys, let's talk about vouchers, because we are starting to see vouchers dip in price. We're starting to see the circulating supply jump up a little bit, and the truth is, I don't care. Now, what I mean by that is I don't care about the voucher price anymore, at least not as much as I used to. Now, this comes from somebody who sells their vouchers regularly, right? So what am I trying to say with this? My whole point is that it doesn't really matter where voucher prices go, especially if it's to the downside, because what will end up happening is it's going to make Mana Warden that much cheaper. And I think whatever equilibrium price we kind of reach with that, at some point people will be like, I could sell my vouchers for X amount of cents, or let me just go get the Mana Warden, right? Let me just grab this card now. Or from that, right, some people will either not sell their vouchers, or maybe they don't have vouchers. They'll come in and be like, wait, I can grab Mana Warden for cheaper than whatever, like, because voucher prices are down. Yeah, let me go grab some, right? So now, you can say whatever you want about Mana Warden. I think it's an okay card. I haven't really used it as much. I think there's ways that it could have been a little bit better. But, ultimately, the way that I'm looking at this is we're going to find some kind of equilibrium, right? Now, obviously, this whole situation, in my opinion, was somewhat marred by the fact that, we had the voucher LP exploit as soon as it launched. And I'm kind of waiting until the next card comes out. And I know that's not going to be until December, which sucks. But, at this point in time, over the next couple of months, because of the streamlined utility for vouchers, it's either going to go to Mana Warden or it's not. Maybe people will throw it into the LP, and we'll actually that's an area in which I do get a little concerned about, because it's like people are just going to park their extra vouchers in the LP at this point, and then we're still going to have an oversupply of vouchers if the cards themselves, right? If the cards that come out are not that great. So my hope is that the next one actually ends up being somewhat awesome to kind of compensate for this and gets people to jump in. But either way, vouchers are going to find some kind of equilibrium. And again, due to the fact that many people bought vouchers when they were super, exploitatively cheap, right? That's the reason that we have so many Mana Wardens that are out there. Like, I think there's still 1,600 or so. Let me see. I was just looking at this. There's like 1,600 or so that are still available for under 30 cents. But now 30 cents it isn't even the benchmark, right? If we're down to 0.9, then what's that, 27 cents? So anything like, as that starts to come down, right, with the ability to buy them with vouchers or on the store, like that's going to be very dynamic to see where it's best. So actually now my curiosity's peaked, because let's say we're down to like 27 cents, especially if you include that 10% penalty that people would get, right, on buying or selling. So let's go down here and let's see where 27 cents is, because that will put a capper on this. And that's not to say that many of the cards that are more than 27 cents won't be repriced down. In fact, I would expect them to do so. But keep in mind, as the floor continues to go down, right? So 1,500 BCX. So what is that? That's less than 4 maxed copies of Mana Warden. So either way, I'm not worried about the voucher price. I don't think that it's something like, at this point, it's not going to be a drag on the game economy the way that it was. So even if it goes all the way down to the bottom, people aren't exploiting energy. People aren't exploiting the voucher, the Wild Season Pass. They're not exploiting X, Y, and Z. Like, it's whether you want Mana Warden or not. And at some point, we will reach an equilibrium where players in this game are going to look at that. Myself will look at that and be like, do I really want to sell vouchers for half a penny? Like, screw it. Let me just grab another couple BCX of Mana Warden, right? And get them up to, I only have one, right? So it's like, let me get them up to level 2, level 3, level 4 now, and see how far I want to get. So that's kind of my thinking on this. The voucher price doesn't matter, because it's just not a drag on the game economy. And I think that is a fantastic, fantastic thing for the game in the future. Now, what I would like to see actually is, I want to get your opinion on this, and then we can close the video out on this question. In the future, I would actually like to see Mana Warden available in the store for longer, maybe even indefinitely, if I might add. Like, let me put it this way: until Rebellion is out of print, or something like that. And the main reason is because I think the more options you have in the store, the better, especially if you're expecting new players to come into the mix. Now, everything is still going to be like, here's the reason why I don't care about the print limit too much, is because the print limit is defined and hard capped by the amount of vouchers that are in the ecosystem. So it's like Mana Warden's still there. But if you put in a new card and all of a sudden there's 2 cards in the voucher shop, right? Let's say in December they add a second card. Then all of a sudden, like, there's not enough vouchers to like keep on buying both of them, right? But here's the beautiful thing. Let's say the new card comes out in December. We get some new players that come in January. Now, yeah, I mean, a lot of current players are going to look at that and be like, oh, well, I want them to buy it off of me. I want Mana Warden's value to go up. And I understand. But the way that I'm looking at this is I'm thinking to myself, if you do an extended period of time, and it doesn't have to be that long, right? But do it so that there's multiple cards available in there, right? So let's say Mana Warden is going to be there for a year, right? After a year, maybe and maybe this is the way that it should be designed. There's up to 4 cards in there per year. Right now, it's low, right? Right now, there's only 1, and for the next couple of quarters, it's just going to be 1, then 2, then 3. But after you start the rotation, right? So a year from now, that's when you would rotate Mana Warden out. Because I'll tell you this, we're still printing the same amount of vouchers per day. But if there's 4 cards in the store and somebody joins the game in August of 2025, it would be cool if they can go and buy vouchers or find a way to grab vouchers and use it on Mana Warden. And they have to do that and compete with a person who's trying to get vouchers to get the new card or the second card or the 4th card, whatever it ends up being, right? So that's my thought process on this voucher shop. I know the team wants to add other things potentially in there, which is totally cool too, right? But from a card perspective, like a promo card perspective, I think that yes, let's do quarterly promo cards, but I don't think there was anything in there that stipulated you have to get rid of them after the quarter, right? Keep them on there for 6 months, keep them on there for a year. But have a new one that comes in, right, to stimulate demand every quarter. And then it's going to be naturally capped by the amount of vouchers that are printed every single day, which is at 40,000. So let me know your thoughts on that. Very curious to hear what you guys think. But that is all I have. I'll catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.